So the hard part is to decide what to do every day.
Yeah, I'm not listening to him, I'm filming.
Okay, I'll watch while you do this one.
Okay,
I
this
think we
is a
should.
nice one because it really looks like a bush and we have to make it look like a tree.
Yeah. Current setup. Physical. I wanna get. Oh wait, we're gonna. Welcome back to our channel. We're Andre and Lisa, a South African couple who have been traveling the world full time since 2018. For most of the last 4 years, we've been meandering around Europe in our motorhome Millie. Recently, we bought a small farmhouse in the south of Italy, which will be our new base for future travel adventures. However, a lot of work is needed to make it livable. Good morning. Welcome back. Beautiful sunny morning here. And actually we had a couple of days of rain now. But this morning we're going to get stuck into our last fruit trees and it's pruning. It's starting to get a bit critical. I think they're about to bloom. And we're a bit late, but we'll see how it goes. Stop. Okay, I'll watch while you do this one.
Okay,
I
this
think we
is a
should.
nice one because it really looks like a bush and we have to make it look like a tree.
Yeah, this one looks terrible, but I wonder if it's not going to be easier just quickly with the chainsaw at the bottom, cut all the little guys off, and then we can use the handsaw. Yeah. Good job. All right, this tree is getting shape now.
Oh, yes, another dead one. See, you've got to get rid of the dead guys.
All right, there's quite a lot of stuff that came off it. Okay, shall we move on to the next one? Look at the ivy overgrowing this guy. I mean, I already took off a massive pile of this ivy. It's so bad for the trees. This. Oh, crazy. If we don't do something to these trees, they're not going to make it. Almost done.
You wonder why we bought here. This is why. Just look around me. There's rain clouds absolutely everywhere, all around. Except over our house, the sky is blue. Look at this. The sun is literally just shining over our little house. So awesome.
morning. The sun is out, but don't be fooled. It's icy. Let me actually show you what we've been doing. Not a lot of change, to be honest. We're actually waiting for quite a lot of things to be delivered, to organize spaces. So I had to move the bicycles out of the trolley because it's just too damp here. Look on the seat. Look at this stuff. This is all mold. I need to deal with this. So the bicycles has to stay here now. No, man, damp here is a real problem. Might hear some noises because I actually put a fan in here now. This light this way, just like just to see if I can. So I just mounted a little USB fan up here to move some air around. This is now pretty much just storage for tools. Okay, see, we're becoming farming peoples. All kinds of tools. Some spare fencing and garbage. Oh, this is actually recycling. We're still battling getting registered with the local commune to get our garbage collected. And until that's happened, we can't actually even drop it off at the eco center. Show you what's going on inside. Not much actually. Next week, our kitchen is being delivered. Temporary chaos here. Lots of cables. This is the status on this window at the moment. I need to fix this. So finally, this has started curing completely. This fix on the sole. Today I'm going to pull the window out and build the outside sill a bit up, and then we'll be able to put this window in tomorrow. And our little dehumidifiers are running full steam. Oh, Lisa. Shit, I didn't know you were in here, sorry.
Yeah, it's too cold outside.
Oh, sorry, it's lovely, the sun's out. The side doesn't look much different either. Chaos. Although we rearranged the space, it's still just storage. But the good news is that we get a constant humidity now of around 55, if you can see there, 55%, which is great. So what we probably will do is next week paint this back wall so we can actually put this wardrobe on some feet and fix it. And then we at least have a wardrobe we can use. If it's dry, stays dry enough, we can recoat or repaint all of this, because it's actually looking pretty good at the moment. Just gotta do a few repairs. One advantage of me getting out to the camper early to get stuff done is Lisa's in charge of breakfast.
Yes.
I know, it's amazing, that fourth chair. And it's so nice to have breakfast here in the mornings, even though it's cold outside, the sun's coming through here.
It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful! Lisa, you don't look like you're cold, eh? Where's your jacket?
I'm cold because my hair's wet.
Oh no.
Yes. You have to share the burrata.
Burrata, okay, let's show the burrata.
You have to share the burrata.
Oh, this burrata is oozing, so maybe you should.
Oh my word.
This is dangerous though, because you've got to be prepared for this thing
I'll
too.
move my plate closer.
Yeah.
This is a really good one. It's so soft and squishy.
So the hard part is to get half of it off the plate. Yeah, without it exploding. 1, 2, go.
Oh man, it looks so good.
Ooh. Boom.
Thank you. Burrata is the real reason we had to buy property in Puglia.
Where's my gorgonzola? That's what I like.
forgot to get your gorgonzola.
It's okay, I'll just grab a little piece. I love a little piece of gorgonzola in the mornings. That's one nice thing about Italy. Anyway, thanks for breakfast.
Cheers, love.
And good morning to you.
Breakfast done and dusted. I'm now off to the next mission. We've been here now in the property for 3 weeks and we are yet to be able to figure out the garbage collection. So what needs to happen is we need to go to the local municipality and register to pay garbage taxes. Then they need to bring us the correct bins, and only then can we possibly get garbage collection.
Where's my bins?
And what you'll hear us complain about lots in the next few weeks is this office is open from 10 a.m. till midday, 2 days a week, and one other day a week from 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. Hey, don't steal my bike. So very, very limited time. I'm going to try and get there and see if I can get this sorted out. And look, I'm all safe. Andre doesn't trust the Italian drivers to drive over me.
Come on.
All right, Let's go, let's go.
One of these days, we'll give back the time we borrowed. One of these nights, I won't worry about tomorrow. And one of these moments will stick in my mind. And one of these afternoons, I swear, we'll get up and we'll leave this time.
Come inside. Park your bike. Look at it.
I got rid of my safety vest because honestly,
Too
there's
hot.
no traffic. No, there's just no traffic. I did meet a neighbor,
Which one?
and the one who lives up at the little tall house over here along the road. The little, that guy, that's really cool. And he speaks English. How exciting is that to find a neighbor that speaks English? That was successful. Our Tori application is in. We just need to be patient now and wait for that to be processed and give it another week, and then hopefully if somebody doesn't call me by then, I can try and call them, and then maybe they'll bring us some bins so we can actually put our recycling out.
Have you paid?
So we just have to be patient. No, the payment will happen at some point, maybe in the summer when they wake up, but don't worry about that. That's independent. The process, the application is in, but wait another week before you call them to bring your bins. Right, now it's coffee time. Coffee and yummy things.
I've been putting off working on some of the essential things on Millie, as the house has really been keeping us busy, but there's two things that I can't put off any longer. Now, we are actually still living in Millie full time while we're working on the house. If you've been following this channel, you'd know that we've made several changes to the ventilation in the van, and I think coming up to 3 years, we installed our first Titan product, and the fan in our bathroom has literally been running non-stop since we put it in. And I'm hoping what I'm going to be doing today is going to solve one of my other problems, and that is the bloody extraction over the cooker. I've tried a multitude of fans there already. The one I've got in there now is a domestic fan, 220. It runs off an inverter, and it's just useless. And now it's so noisy. Let's go check. Okay. It makes more noise than actual sucking. Titan fan to the rescue! I'm so glad that Titan also sent me another of the strip fans. We actually donated it to a fellow motorhomer a while ago, and the evidence is still in front of our cab where we used to sit, because we find that we have this massive ventilation problem. Now these fans are whisper. Let me just switch this thing off. These fans are whisper quiet. I tell you, it's really quite incredible. And what we used to do is just plonk it on here. It genuinely just stays on with the magnet. You don't have to secure it. And this is how quiet it is. And we use it the same way in the shower. So if we want to dry some laundry, we just plonk it in here. Boink, boink. And got a little plug that comes out of here and blows nice fresh air down. So check these out. This is so versatile. You also get a version where there's a speed controller with automatic fan speed. But I like the manual mode. It also comes with a small remote control. Okay, let's get to this bad boy. Now we have to get into this box and rip out the old stuff, in with the new. Current setup. Okay, this is where we're at. New fan wired up. Control panel. Shall we see what this baby does? Ooh. actually pretty quiet, full power. What's nice is we can now put on auto mode, and I think that'll track temperature. This guy's he's got a little mounting bracket here, which is quite cool. So we'll probably mount this there against the side, and then put the reducer in there and connect the pipe at the top. There we go. Job done. Very cool. Super neat, super easy, very compact. I can see this being used in a number of interesting applications, especially if you need some ventilation, considering that there's a temperature probe and you can set it to an automatic mode. If you're interested in some of these Titan products, have a look in the description below. Although Titan do send me these products, I can highly recommend them. Being that the tools are out and scarce anyway, I might as well tackle the next ventilation problem, which is actually a massive issue, even bigger than this one, as the Max fan is about to fail. This is something I've been putting off, but now I can't be putting it off any longer. Most people who have factory-built motorhomes don't actually have the Max fan in, but the Max fan is a very popular aftermarket addition to motorhomes as well as vans. And it's mostly due to the design. It allows you to keep the canopy completely open no matter what the weather situation is. Now, we've been using our Max fan for over 2.5 years, and I can tell you what, this thing's been running absolutely continuously, virtually never switched off. I took the motor out to see why it's making such a terrible noise. When I opened up the motor, the brushes were damaged, as well as the, what do you call that thing? The copper ring the brush sits against. So often when it stops, you can't start it again without giving it a spin because it stops in a dead spot. You can replace this. You can find this online from Max Fan, 120 euros, which is absolutely bizarre. This is a 12 volt variable speed brushed motor. This was 20 euros. Well, it's quite a size difference, but I think it's going to be worth a shot. This is actually the first time now that I have these two guys next to each other. If we can align the top, then actually the shaft lengths are identical. This shaft has got a flat side, but we can grind a flat spot here if we need to. The mounting bolts are narrower, so we'll have to devise some sort of bracket. This is going to be interesting. When you take these guys apart, you'll find this little circlip here. And secondly, there's a fixed magnet inside here, so it takes a little bit of finicking around to line everything up. I'll just light this guy up. I'm not going to take the motor out of the housing. Okay, so now I got a little notch for a fan. It's time to put this bad boy together. Now I must just get little bolts in there. Right, now I guess proof's in the pudding. We're going to put this guy in and see if we can line him up. Moment of truth. Oh, that's more like it. I must say I'm quite happy with the result. And it wasn't actually that hard to do if you're willing to fabricate a little bit, even with very rudimentary tools. So hopefully we're going to get some good use out of that motor, but only time will tell. Morning. Welcome to a beautiful sunny morning. Now look at this. This morning was 2 degrees. Check this out. Still some frost here. First morning we've seen frost. Heck. Look at this. Oh. But the sun is out. Yeah, I would love to actually finish this window today. Actually, let me show you an update. Hello. Morning. Update on this window. I've started to fix the sill here. The window's not sealed yet, but this is looking much better. Look at this guy. We got a new friend. Hello, dude. Look, he's watching me. Little E.T. He's following me around. Not sponsored, by the way. This is a cool camera. Talk about the cameras in a later video. Still an ongoing project. So the hard part is to decide what to do every day. I'd love to get cracking on that window. We're still waiting on the hardware to do the bathroom window. But today we're having another glorious wind-free day, and I think the plan is to see if we can get rid of this pile. It's this pile of ours. Of stuff we inherited. I need to go through that this morning. See what can be salvaged as firewood. Then separate it. There's a few more piles that we need to bring closer to the burn spot. Up till now I've actually been dreading even starting to dig into this pile, but it's got to be done. Literally, now I'm in a t-shirt from 2 degrees this morning, and still, it's 9:30. Crazy. This is actually the hardest stuff to deal with because it's just a pile of creeper, but they got these massive thorns, and you have to break it up into smaller pieces so we can manage it and burn it.
We're about to commence our very first burn. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite nervous about this, and clearly Andre is too, because I asked whether we're filming and he said no. So fingers crossed, all goes well. We've been waiting for the right weather where there's no wind. We've spoken to some neighbors and sort of understand how it should be done. And we've got water ready in case of any emergency.
Yeah, I'm not listening to him, I'm filming. We have our very first fire. I feel like we're sending up smoke signals.
Yeah, I don't want to do it, but we don't have any other options here.
No, we really don't want to burn because it does ruin the ground and you can't grow anything on that area for years and years to come. But you know what they say, when in Rome, when in Puglia, make fires. We have decided that we're going to dedicate one single spot for burning and not burn all over the land. So some people make loads and loads of small fires all over because then you don't need to move all your cuttings. We've decided what we'd rather do is have one burn spot, and we'll do the manual labor, move all our cuttings to this one spot, which was already here when we got here, has clearly been used as the burn spot. And this is how we're going to get rid of this year's trimmings.
There you have it. All the evidence destroyed. In a strange way, it's therapeutic, like burning all this dead wood, especially all these invasive things like the ivies that's killing the trees. And you hope that what you cut off the olive trees is actually a good thing to give them, you know, a better future. Sometimes it feels a bit brutal. I mean, look at this poor guy. It looks better. So much better compared to the bushes. So I'll just keep an eye on this for the next 2 hours or so. And that's that. Now there's about 25 more trees to do.
Now for the most rewarding parts of the day. We actually finished up nice and early so that we can take a moment to enjoy sunset. Good day's work.
Yeah, hard day's work, eh?
Hard day's work.
Who thought this farm life thing was to be so much effort? At the moment, we're doing what we can inside. The reality is we're waiting for the kitchen situation to be resolved, and we at a bit of a time crunch to finish the trees, and there's still a lot more trees to do, so it's nice to be outside as well.
It is. When the weather's good, it's really, really nice to just be outside and get some physical work in.
Physical.
It's nice. I'm enjoying the physical.
Physical. Physical. I wanna get.
All right, cheers. Let's enjoy the sunset.